In my opinion, if everybody in the world was to invest in developing their emotional intelligence, the world would be a much different place. In fact, emotional intelligence is the essence of what is going to lead us to become better people and as a result create a better world. Gone would be the need to be right all the time and for everybody else to be wrong. Egos would start to shrink, conflict would become a thing of the past, and we would generate more empathy, greater integrity, honesty, and overall improved relationships. Yes, I do believe emotional intelligence is that important. So for the next few videos, I'm actually going to focus around EI, what it is, why it's so important, and what factors go into developing it. Starting today, where I am going to look at awareness. And anytime we want to change something in our lives, if we want to grow and improve in any area, this is where we always start. It's the first step in any improvement is in creating better awareness. And by awareness, I mean awareness of ourselves and also awareness of others. And when I talk about awareness, this is not an exercise in self-criticism, and it's also not an exercise in judging other people. It's about taking a step back and seeing things from all of the different vantage points around us. It's getting a better perspective and having a much better overall understanding, kind of taking a look underneath the hood to see what's going on. So when it comes to self-awareness, a great way to practice getting better at it, and it does take practice, is to ask really good questions. Now, by good questions, I mean ones that are open-ended and that look for a solution, as opposed to ones that just confirm a situation. So for example, a question like, why am I always so unlucky? Or why do bad things always happen to me? Well, really all you're going to do is find loads of reasons to confirm why you're so unlucky and why bad things happen to you. Whereas open questions like, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can I use this to serve me in future? Will get you to stop and look and think about how it can benefit you. So when we start to improve our awareness, we start to learn things about ourselves. And that has obviously upsides and it has downsides. So when we start with awareness, we often, just out of habit, tend to always go for the negative things first. So things that maybe we're not as good at. But we have to become aware of them if we want to grow in those areas and if we want to improve ourselves. And certainly what I have found, and in my experience, is if I identify areas that I am weaker in, and once I know that, once I can see it, and then I do something about it and I improve myself, I feel better about myself. So it has a good knock-on effect. The other thing is that we often start to see areas that we are pretty good and areas that we are pretty hot in and that we mightn't have identified before. Sometimes it takes other people to point these things out to us. But the beauty with awareness is it gets us to focus on things, to kind of get us out of the crazy hamster wheel going around in circles and stop and think and see things from, like I said, those different vantage points. And then another benefit of self-awareness is that we start to tune more into how we feel. And when we start to really identify emotions that are going on inside of us, then we can do some pretty awesome things actually to improve our thinking and in turn change those feelings around. But I'm not going to go into that today. I'll go into that in a little bit more depth over the next few videos. Hope you found this helpful and talk to you soon.